Shalom, shalom. This is your brother Uwasip. I'd like to say, double honors to the apostles, the elders, a great millstone, who well and teach this word in sincerity and truth. To say all praises due to Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai Bashem, Rakakadash. Shalom to all hopeful elect brothers and sisters abroad to take heed to the words of Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai. This word being brought forth from the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, teaching His word in sincerity and truth throughout the four corners of the earth, throughout the via internet. Just wanted to get into about this draft initiation and about because we're in a time of war, scenario wise. So not in the same. We're moving into tomorrow, not into yesterday. So things is speeding up because of prophecy that the Heavenly Father has appointed unto His prophets to proclaim and speed up the kingdom of Yasher Allah, which will be governed by Yahweh Shai, the son of Yahweh, to push forth the righteousness and throughout the whole universe, and mainly here on planet Earth, because this place is a non-God fearing place, and it keeps up devil worship on a daily basis. Now, let's go to the scriptures and then grab things that is necessary. This is Revelation 9 and 1. 9 and 12. Woe, one woe is past, and behold, there come two woes more after, which is referring to world wars that has taken place on this earth, mainly by Esau, Edom, right? Or better yet, Amalek, the small hats, which is perpetrated through the small hats. These deceivers have been pushing their agenda throughout the whole earth, and they rule, and it's a good thing that they rule, because they're in a position of how not to rule on the planet Earth that the Heavenly Father has created for man to dwell in. And there's a punishment for that. Right? So that's why there's all these turmoils, and throughout the whole planet Earth, throughout the ages, for the last century, there's been these world wars, which have been perpetrated by the bankers. There's always been wars, but these ones are fueled by greed, lust. These wars are done through covetousness and much more, right? They're not done in sovereignty and what that nature, right? So, but it's all orchestrated by the Heavenly Father. So, me up here. Um, Revelation 6 and 4, it says, "And there went out another horse that was red, and was given, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword." So this is Edom, Esau, Edom, given the power to destroy, kill off men, and destroy the earth. Right? And they've been doing that from the get-go, but they've increased in their wickedness and killing for just for the sake of not even really killing. It's really murder. There's no just cause to it. There's a covetousness being done over it. It's moralless. There's no morals to their code of conduct. It's just, oh, I just did it, and then they lie about it. Just like in the garden, what happened with Abel, right? Cain and Abel. I read it in T. It says, "Then another horse appeared, and a red one. Its rider was given a mighty sword, and authority to take peace from the earth, and there was war and slaughter everywhere." Wow. It's that's what's being done throughout the earth. It's 11 and then 12, 12, and 12, 12. Okay, going back to Revelations 12, 11 and 14. It says here, "The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly." Yeah, it says time is being sped up. It's been almost 80 years since World War II. No, about 70, about 75 or so, give or take. But, we've been in World War III for quite some time, because it's all been orchestrated on a grand scale, right? There's been a little, because of the bankers conquering and taking out places and putting their IMF and hold on, should be, yeah, their IMF and whatever. So they've been pushing their agenda, as it says here, 3 steps from private central banking, central bank to world war. So it's their banking system, so their IMF, that they've been pushing into other parts of the earth. They've already taken down Syria. They had their own thing going on, but they went in there to push the greater Israel agenda of conquering the Middle East region, mainly, that part of Asia. And who knows what's next? Either Egypt or right now it's Iran, but part of that, because they're in that region of the greater Israel plan that they have for the Middle East. look it up. As it's a part of their agenda. They want to conquer. They have conquered almost. They infiltrated a lot of places on the planet Earth. So these snakes, these um, these leprous dogs that are in power, they're pushing their agenda. Whether you get in the way or whatever, they have their means of taking you out. Through, because look at JFK. Like he got a bullet in his head because he tried to get in the way of those bankers of those small hats, because they had an agenda they wanted to push and get those nuclear reactors. Part of with the dollar thing, he intervened and they took him out. So they're not them guys don't play around, right? It says here, uh, enslave the nation to a private central bank issuing the public currency as a loan interest to trap the people in unpayable debt, which happened in Lebanon, which is just above Israel. They did that, and they paid a piper, and all of a sudden, they issued about how a big explosion that happened over there in, I think it might have been 23 or 22 in August of 2022 or 23 it was, and they smashed because they had a outstanding debt. So these guys ain't playing around, right? It says here, the people cannot borrow anymore or have the government borrow on their behalf and without their permission and keep the pyramid scheme working, which is, being done here in America and abroad. Subsidiary, it says, when both the people and the government can no longer borrow, start a world war to conquer other nations' wealth to balance the books. So that's why, all of the money laundering and hyperinflation and all this crazy shit that the usury that they use, you know, using credit, which is just belief. Yeah, this belief system, which is running dry. 35 million, 35 trillion in debt. And I'm sure it's more than that. It's like, every person that has the debt is like, what they said, it's like almost 200,000. All this nonsense, but, you know, but this is the system that they've created. And, when the money stops flowing, the blood starts flowing. And, you people are sacrifices for these hostile inbreds, right? So these small hats, they're going to take it to another level. You thought 9/11 was something. You watch when they do what they're going to do. Because they always do it, you know. Oh, shoot. You know what? I thought I had the bloody picture. Shit. there it is. It says, yeah, to prevent bee stings, I'm preemptively striking this beehive. Smart. Look at the, you know, the dog, and who wags, who's in. Look at the master and then the servant. So he's put in power because of a certain reason to fulfill the um, pinky, the pink devils. So this is what they're gonna do, whether you like it or not, and you're gonna have to swallow it down. So the fun and games is coming to an end. They're gonna do what they want to do, because you already see what they're doing in their land. You know, shooting at you. Like, I need to post a document about them beheading children and stuff that was put out. I'm gonna have to find that one. Going back to Revelations. Read this one again. It says Revelation 11:14. The second woe was past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. The second terror is past. NLT. The second terror is past, but look, the third terror is coming quickly. And that's the time that we're in. Or no other time but the time of prophecy being passed. You know, but it's not gonna come without the be a draft implemented, certain chaos and whatnot. That's down. The birth pangs that's coming, the stress of nations, and the MOTB. I just like the stigmata, the embedding of cutting into the flesh, a by um, a technological device being implemented into the flesh or into the brain to um, to conduct their technocracy of Babylon the Great. Right? Imagine emerging man machine and all them type of abominations, because that's what that is. It's a filthy act. Yeah. So this one too. There's should be some more. It says here, Revelation 12:12. Therefore, rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth. So, you terrestrials, um, get ready for destruction, more war, more chaos, more turmoil, more um, pangs and sorrows. That's what's coming. Distress, right? Woe to the inhabitants of the earth, of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time. So this is referring to Esau, right, with his rulership, and the so-called devil you call devil, Satan. He's on a whole. He's on another realm, right? He comes down here, does his work or whatever, but he's on a different time punching out card. So he ain't worried. He's just doing what he has to do. That the Heavenly Father gives him direction. As to going back to Job, the second chapter and the third chapter, it tells you that he he delights in the work that he does. But this is referring to Esau because you see, men, they rule for certain kingdoms, rule for appointed times, for a certain time, and they don't come back into rulership again. Right? Persians are not in rulership again. The Greeks ain't in rulership again, but only Rome has been put back in power because that's a beast that has been slain to rule again, so that they can be judged for their ungodliness. Um, yeah, so I want to grab. Okay, this here. This here. So this is Daniel 4:17. It says, "This matter by the decree of the watchers and the demand by the holy word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth to whomsoever he willeth, and setteth up over it the basis of men." So, the basis of men is referring to the sons of men, and the sons of the wicked. Right? So they're in a different category. The lowest of the lowest is Esau. Esau, Edom, Cain, the sons of Cain. So they're the basis of men on planet Earth because they have no morality. Don't get it twisted. The sons of men are no different. They're on the same thing because they're low too, low IQ. Like they may say, oh, they have all that, but spiritually they don't have understanding. They don't have a understanding of like the sons of the powers. So, which is Israel, Israelites. They're not on that same field with them. Okay, now it says here, there's something else I was looking for. Um, this. Oh, damn. Let me just check something here. Nope. Ah, yeah. Going back to this draft thing about the World War III. This is Jeremiah 51 and 30. The mighty men of Babylon have forborne to fight. They have remained in their holds. So let me see how much I can get out of this. Masad, Misad, Metsad, Metsad. Okay. Fort, stronghold, fastness, mountain, fastness, stronghold. Strongholds, hold, castle, fort, ammunition. Yeah, so they're in Orleans. A fastness, convert, ambush, castle, fort, ammunition. Hunting place, absolute, chronicle. So, read it again. The mighty men of Babylon are forborne to fight. They have remained in their holds. Their might have failed them. So they're in their strongholds. They have become as women. Yes, so they've been comfortable. Like this is a comfortable place because it hasn't had war on the soil of America, besides from those civil wars and those revolutionary wars and 1812 and all of those type of wars, which was funded by bankers. Anyways, but uh, men today, not especially the new generation, they're soft because of the tease. It's you have access to get this so quickly and not you know people don't toil with doing certain things, hard labor and stuff like that. It's all effeminate. This place is very effeminate. They remained in their holds, their might failed them. They have become as women. They have burned. They have burned her dwelling places. Her bars are broken. I'll read the NLT. It says her mightiest warriors no longer fight. Yeah, like these guys are playing sports and shit like that. Like it's supposed to be something you do on your downtime. Like these guys are doing the all thing. Like these supposed to be men of war. Because that's what they're supposed to be doing. But you know, everybody's comfortable. You get these government checks on all these these gifts. They stay in their barracks or their domain, their cribs. Their courage gone. No bravery, right? So can't even go out there. You have to have a hunting license. These type of things is like stupidness. They have become like women. The invaders have burned the houses and broken down the city gates. So America is going to be invaded. This place is going to be invaded one way or another. And it has to, because the place has to be shaken up. It has to be. It says here, the news is passed from one runner to the next as the messengers hurried to tell the king that his city has been captured. You can't make this shit up. All the escape routes are blocked, the marshes have been set aflame, and the army is in panic. This is what the Lord's heaven of armies, the God of Israel, says. Babylon is like wheat on a threshing floor, about to be trampled. Oh my goodness. This needs to be read more. Fuck. You know, this is something. And a lot of people don't have a creative mind like the men of the Lord that the Heavenly Father has given us word to bring this word out. You know, he's so fucking dull and boring. No fucking um uh, um you know um cheerfulness of heart, because they don't fucking believe is the main thing. Now, verse 33, it says, "This is what the Lord's heaven's armies, the God of Israel says: Babylon is like wheat on a threshing floor, about to be trampled. In just a little while, her harvest will begin." Jeez. Yeah, it goes about King Nebuchadnezzar, Chad Nezar. Babylon has eaten and crushed us, and the grain of us strengthened. He has swallowed us up like a great monster and filled his belly with our riches. He has thrown us out of our own country. Make Babylon suffer as he made us suffer, says the people of Zion. Make the people of Babylonia pay for spilling our blood, says Jerusalem. And that's what's happened here in America. So these guys have taken the same customs, you know, of other kingdoms and punished us. Israelites, we've been punished here, man. Like, this is only place where in a kingdom where we forgot our nationality. No, this is the whole nationality, right? We forgot. Well, it's happening in Egypt, but not on the same type of grand scale, because Egypt is a small little area. Oh, Babylon the Great, the daughter of Babylon the Great, um, is this place, America, where like abroad, like we have forgotten our nationality, our identity, our spiritual identity. Yeah. You know, um, uh, and with that, I'm just gonna close up this and continue with another one and bring out that hopefully. Um, and Shalom. All praises due to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, double honors to the apostles of all praises due to double honors and praises to the elders and apostles and bishops of Great Millstone who teach his word in sincerity and truth abroad, and the brothers that preaches truth and sincerity, and brothers and sisters that push his gospel and have keep the faith. Shalom.